Hey everyone, thanks for coming back to the BNS channel. I was requested to do a video on goal setting, so we're going to do that. And I want to, I guess I need to start the video off by saying I am not a believer that goals per se have to be set. Wait for it though, okay? Let me explain. Goal setting is like dream boarding, and that is a very important part of feeling successful. So a goal is something that you put out there for you to achieve, right? So the goal when you're fishing is to catch a fish. The goal when you are direct sales is to what? And that's the important part, is the what, because everybody has, most people think goal setting means, okay, in 6 months, I'm going to be a superstar director. Most goals are based on a timeline, and I don't know that might be efficient, but it's not effective. And I know that you've heard me talk about efficiency and effectiveness before, and I just believe that when you set yourself up a goal that's based on a timeline, you actually set yourself up for potential disappointment and letdown. And I don't go there. That's not something that I even look at. I don't roll that way. And I'll tell you why, because I have done it. We've all done it. And I've said, okay, in 9 months, I'm going to make director. And when I don't do it, I get so bummed and so discouraged. And in some people, that can be extra motivating to push even harder. But in some people, that can be detrimental. And I prefer to look at it as, this is the reason that I'm doing this. My goal, when you go fishing, you go fishing, the goal is to catch a fish. When you do direct sales, the goal is to XYZ. If the goal is to make money, if the goal is to meet people, if the goal is to travel, if the goal is to reach a certain status or level within the company, that's a much better goal to achieve, right? Because it's a longer term, but it's achievable. That you can put in little pieces, sprinkle and sparkle little pieces inside of that goal to get you to where you want to be. So ultimately, it goes back to, why are you doing this? And if you've not seen my video on your why will make you cry, you need to watch it, okay? Because ultimately, when I say you are in direct sales because you go into direct sales to achieve what? That what is your why, okay? If you are just adamant about, and for instance, with my why is to be able to get to a point where Ben and I are no longer solely required or what's the word I'm looking for? We are not dependent on his work, on his company for our home. Now, the twist to that is, because I'm such a challenging person, love to be challenged, the twist is that I want to make more than he does with his business. So my why is to say, you know what? I'm making more than he is. I'm bringing in to this family more than he is. Now, why is that important? Because for me, it's to know that I have accomplished something. It's to know that I have significance in this family and that I am really needed, right? Because we all, sorry, there was a message that popped up. We all want to feel needed, right? And it's also to be able to, my tangible why is to, and we just finished part of it, I want to be able to, my ultimate why is to be able to go to Hawaii with my family and pay for them for Christmas. To just say that we are all going to Hawaii for Christmas, I'm paying, let's go, right? So that's my big why. But that is technically a goal along the way to my why, right? Because ultimately my why is to feel significant, to feel that I am needed, to feel that I have accomplished something and that I've done something very well. And you know, some of that goes in the past, and if you were to ask me and continue to ask, well, why does that matter? And why does that matter? And why do you feel that way? Ultimately, you get down to that nitty-gritty feeling of why you're doing this, right? And we're not going to get into that right now, but I feel that goal setting are just the tiny little sprinkles into that why. And if you don't have a why, you won't have any goals. So the goals to me are things that do not have a timeline. Don't set timelines. Be effective. Don't be efficient. Efficient means that you're going to do it in a timely manner. Effective means that you're going to do it and you're going to do it right. Okay? So goal setting to me means figuring out your why, and then sprinkling some fairy dust along the way so that you can get to that why. Because there are little pieces of things that you need to do, but if you're focusing on your why, your mind and your body and your effectiveness will start to relate towards that outcome, which is your why. Okay? So hopefully that makes sense. I'm trying really, really hard. Today's May 2nd. I need to make my videos shorter. They are long, and I don't get to the point always. So I'm going to try to make them shorter and shorter. Not too short, but short enough. It's 7 minutes, so, I mean, that's better than some of my 20-minute ones. So anyway, hopefully you found that helpful. Go find out what your why is. Figure that out so that you can do your little fairy dust sprinkling in between to get to that why. All right? Have an amazing day. Better yet, go make it an amazing day for somebody else. I'll see you later.